Keep eating. No, keep eating. Paul Arafich is, if I could adopt another son, it would be Paul. I love him like a son. From the day I met him, I saw the potential in this man, and he's far exceeded what I ever expected him to accomplish. He's an area director now. Friday night, some friends of mine took me to a Yankee game. We had a great, these are guys I played poker with for 30 years. We had a great steak dinner. And then I don't know how they did it, but at the third inning on the scoreboard, it said, "Happy 75, Frank." I was really touched. 40,000 people saw it was my birthday. But tonight was better than that. You guys are great. I mean, you're all lying because
everything I said was true.
There's not that much to say about me. Toastmasters has been an amazing thing in my life. It has been such an inspirational thing. I enjoy so much getting up in front of you all and making you laugh and making you think and listening to what all of you have to say, telling stories about your lives and giving me information that I never had before. From the time I was a 12-year-old paper boy, work was always a part of my life. And about 5 years ago, I said, well, I guess it's time to retire. That's what people do. So I tried to fill my life with activities. I got elected to a condo board. I was involved with an amateur, with a community theater group. I took classes at Brookdale. I managed a baseball team. It was a fantasy baseball team. None of those activities was satisfying to me. And I was thinking, what really did I enjoy? And I remember early in my business career, I was in a Toastmasters club. So I Googled Toastmasters, plugged in my zip code, and out came AT&T Middletown Toastmasters. I got a wonderful response from a person with a name, beautiful, unusual name, Roddy Spear. She says, come to our club. And I sat down at the club. I was very nervous, and I sat down next to this man, Brian Reynolds.
Terrible mistake.
And from that day, I felt I belong at Toastmasters. I was probably twice as old as everybody else in the room. But sitting with Brian, I felt very comfortable. But Brian went on to be my unofficial mentor. Every couple of weeks I call him, Brian, can I say this in Toastmasters? Can I do this? And since then, we often share a beer and talk. When I won my first speech contest, the first person I texted to tell him I won was Brian Reynolds. Every Christmas, Brian Reynolds, his lovely wife Kelly, and his son Lincoln come to my house for Christmas. We have a wonderful relationship. This is what part I love about Toastmasters, the relationships that I am able to build, the people that I love, like all of you. As I progressed in Toastmasters, I found I was very comfortable getting up in front of people and speaking. And I was especially equipped to do table topics. And I think this was because of my years of business experience, having quick answers to my bosses and clients, and being married to Sheila. Toastmasters has given me the opportunity to relive my life's experiences, the good times and the bad times. Sometimes I made you laugh telling you about something that happened to me. And other times I got so choked up I could hardly get the words out of my mouth. But nobody judged me on my emotion. Nobody laughed at it. In fact, you all thought that was great that I could show this emotion in things I said. And I enjoyed learning from you, all of you. Jay Fong's self-defense. I still can't get my kick that high. Rohed's insights into American pop culture and politics is amazing. And I don't think Rohead was born here. He knows better than anybody. And I hope you can vote. And Nags's cultural experience. Monday he told us about his arranged marriage. And earlier speech he told us about his first day coming from India and staying in a Molly pitcher. And it was such an interesting cultural experience. And John Connors has got me back into watching these old movies. And Michelle, I can't live without those apps you taught me. And one day, Claire Cleary gave a speech and said, "You are the average of the people you spend the most time with." Well, all of you have raised my average. Thank you. When you get to be my age, now I'm going to live into my hundreds, but when you get to be my age, you start to think about what you're going to be remembered for. And what I want to be remembered for is being a good husband, a good father, a good friend, and a Toastmaster. Thank you, Mr. President.